Didn't you go see? Was it Fight
Fight
or
or
Flight?
flight. Yeah, fight or flight. Okay.
Oh,
I like Josh Hartnett as an actor. I always
oh.
have.
Uh-huh.
This film, it has a great concept. It could be great. So Josh Hartnett is this ex-CIA operative who was screwed over by his girlfriend because he beat up a politician who was beating up a prostitute and is abandoned in Bangkok. There is this ghost who just blew up a building. It's a character called Ghost, and you know who it is. Spoilers, it's the girl in the
Chill out, because I plan on seeing it Tuesday.
Okay. You find out in the first 15. They make it way too obvious.
Oh,
Way too
okay.
obvious.
Fuck
Yeah.
it. Go
In
ahead.
the
Tell
first
me. I don't
15
care.
minutes, Josh Hartnett is like, I know who you are. I like that. But the problem is, I had a huge issue. So they're on a plane, and Josh Hartnett is protecting this character the whole time.
Mhm.
Turns out, halfway through the movie, they're on a plane. This character that he's protecting apparently has their own personal bodyguards. The Asian women in karate gis,
Mm.
they are the bodyguards. And in my head, I'm just like, okay, you're on a plane. You've already killed 20 people. Where were these bodyguards the first time around?
Yeah.
It just made no gosh dang sense because it felt like it buried its lead. It made it way too obvious who the ghost was. It made it way too obvious with all the corruption. And of course, there's the end shows that they want to make a sequel. And I'm like, there's no way. There is no way. I was the only person in that theater.
Let's
No
see what this
one
movie made
else
this week. I'm gonna guess and
was
say eight
there.
million. I'm gonna say 8 million. Flight or
So
flight or
that's the
fight
thing.
or
It's like
flight.
I liked the concept. It's just I enjoyed it, even when they're just like, oh, I know who you are. I need to protect you. You can't get far away from me. So for like the first 30 minutes, even the flight crew, I enjoyed
Hey,
the flight crew. You have the guy who takes care of first class, who's like the overly flamboyant gay guy. You have the Indian male. You have the Indian female. You have it's just like you see the flight crew. You get to know them, and it's like they're fun and enjoyable. Of course, you have the talking down to Josh Hartnett because he's a man. You have the
mhm,
women doing things like beating up and killing guys that are twice their size in like a equal physical combat. It was
of
just
course.
a little over the top Hollywood. And I
Yeah.
was like, it worked. For me, I was okay with it. I didn't mind that Josh Hartnett was spending time with this person who he's trying to protect. I didn't mind. The part where it got overly ridiculous is when they introduced the women in karate gis 40 minutes into the film, and it's like, you guys, 20 people have died. Why weren't you protecting this person beforehand? It's and another thing, they are trying to make child labor synonymous with slave labor, and that pissed me right off.
Mhm.
Child labor is not synonymous with slave labor. There is a complete difference. Sure, there are some people that sell off their kids to places and call it child labor, but that at that point in time is slavery, and it pissed me off because the lead character is just like, oh, I did this because they use child labor in their textile factories. Oh, I do this. And it's like, I was one of those kids. I was a slave. And I'm just like, dude, this is an action film. This is an action thriller. Why are you trying to put in a pointless sympathetic chord in this movie? It felt
Yeah.
like it had no place, and it comes out of left field. And I'm like, just have action. Just have action.
Okay.
Remove the whole, oh, I'm doing this because this.
Okay. How was the action?
Not good. Not good. So the action feels like it wasn't even choreographed. It's like everyone, if you actually look in the background, because I got bored with watching Josh Hartnett, go through the motions, that I was looking in the background, and literally what's going on in the background, it's like the director said, all right, everyone in the back, just start screaming, start yelling, make angry faces, and wave your arms around. And that's what it looks like. It looks like, it's so funny. It turns into a comedy because I'm like looking in the back because I'm bored with what Josh Hartnett is doing or what the three Asian chicks are doing, and I'm just looking. I'm like, this doesn't look great. Like the only good scene was actually the bathroom scene. And they showed that in the trailer because he's doped up at the time. And he accidentally kills the guy. And
All right, who's the killer or the ghost or whatever? Who gives a shit at this point?
it's the Indian chick who's the wait staff, the flight staff.
Gotcha.
I mean, I did enjoy the flight crew because they have like the pilots in the front, and Josh Hartnett tells them not to open the door. We've killed a few people back here. They're nothing but hitmen, and they're discussing like the movie Sully.
Nice.
Oh, we could have a movie based on us. We could have a book written about us. So they're talking about that. Oh, how much do you think he got for the book deal? 30%. Who's gonna play me? Tom Hanks. Well, he's okay.
All right. How was the because I'm pretty sure there's like a main henchman, which is I'm looking at the cast. I ain't know Marco Zaire or whatever, the Colombian dude from Undisputed 3. The main henchman from John Wick 4. How was he in this movie?
He's just there to die.
All right. So would you recommend going to see this? Because I'm not going to see this anymore.
This is one of those films that you put on when you're cooking, when you're eating, when you're folding clothes, that's the thing. I love Josh Hartnett. He has some of the best films. Like, even though he only had 2 scenes in Sin City, I feel like his character was one of the best. He had 2 freaking scenes. The first one, he's with the girl in the red dress that he kills, and at the very end, he's pretending to be a doctor as the girl who betrayed her organization. He's a hitman.
Yeah.
And then you have Lucky Number 11, where he's basically like, yeah, it's just
now odors is odaires. You do realize you're not supposed to use the word you're defining in the definition. Dude, Lucky Number 11 is a classic. It's so underrated.
Yeah, and he disappeared from cinema for a while. And then he came back with M. Night Shyamalan's Locked.
No, he did Trap. And then he did 2 Guy Ritchie movies, which was Operation Fortune with Jason Statham and Wrath of Man with Jason Statham. He also, Josh Hartnett, I think he got something else. But honestly, everybody's trashing on Trap. I think the performance is what makes it funny. Because it's the fact that, he'll be sitting there, all cool with his daughter. Yeah. And then he'll go up to somebody. Hey, what are the cops doing out there? And I'm just like, bro.
Yeah.
He looks creepy. Hey,
yeah, but
let's go down there and see what's over there. I was just like, bro.
But what I liked about this one is it's literally he's Lucky Number 11 in this film. But I hated everything else. So the ghost person he's protecting, she's the typical hacker who has invented a computer that can destroy any kind of government facility, and she's gonna use it to expose all the dirt. And the person that Josh Hartnett is turning him into is his ex-girlfriend, who now runs an app which protects personal data. It is so confusing because his ex-girlfriend once worked for the CIA when she turned him in, and he's been black bagged. And then what happens? She's for some reason the head of a digital protection agency, which came out of nowhere because the camera pans out at one point in time. I thought they were part of like some secret MIF type of crap, Mission Impossible. Yeah. No, they run an app factory. It's just like, what? The whole thing is about how kids make the chips that go in our smartphones. It's just like, what?
This movie sound like crap, man. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. It really buries its lead.
I think it's only watchable just to see Josh Hartnett. This is the thing. You said I looked up and they could tell they set up a sequel. Bro, this movie only made $2 million.
Yep.
They ain't getting no sequel. $2 million audience score gives it a C+. This movie is not making no sequel, bro. I mean, it's not. I guess they thought they were going to make the next John Wick. Because isn't this from a producer? I think it's from a producer of John Wick. Yeah.
That means nothing.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
That just means to it.
That just means that
he got paid hired.
He got paid to hire this actor, this writer. That's it.
No.
Put in some money.
A producer basically means a producer credit is literally they get paid so their name can be slapped on the project.
Yeah, or they put in money or some shit like that, but they don't do no writing, they don't do nothing. Like, I'm sorry, like I'm not saying that they don't do nothing, but if somebody sit there and say from the producer of, I don't give a fuck. Like you sit there and say from the writer from the director, nah, we talking, but don't sit there and sit there. Don't tell me from the producer of. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, it's a trash film. They got the Indian chick from Bridgerton, which I didn't care for her.
I don't watch Bridgerton.
It's just the whole thing. The whole thing is just like what I liked was the Indian dude, but the flight staff is barely in it, and they're the best part. You're stuck with the Indian chick talking down to Josh Hartnett when he's just trying to keep her safe and then turn her in. But she did nothing wrong. She's blowing up buildings for child labor. I mean, again, the whole thing's convoluted. It buries its lead, and it's just stupid. It's just stupid. Josh Hartnett, I went to watch it for him.